You know that classic cartoon image of a tiny snowball rolling down a hill? At first, you're pushing it, you're doing all the work. But then, it hits a point where it gets big enough, and suddenly, it's gathering more snow all by itself, getting faster and faster. Well, that's compounding. So, let's figure out the exact moment your money starts working for you, instead of the other way around.
Right, this is the big question, isn't it? This is the riddle we're gonna solve today. What's that tipping point? How much do you actually need to have saved before that powerful force of gravity, or compounding, truly kicks in and starts doing the heavy lifting for you? We're gonna break it all down and find that magic number.
So what is compounding, really?
The best way to think about it is that your money is basically making babies. Seriously. Every single dollar you earn from your investments, that becomes a brand new little worker that goes out and earns even more money for you. It's this super patient, relentless process that works quietly in the background, but believe me, the results, over time, are incredibly loud.
And this is where you really see how different it is from other ways of building wealth. I mean, think about being a landlord. You're dealing with tenants, broken toilets at midnight, piles of paperwork, or maybe you're trading super volatile assets that can just tank while you're asleep. Compounding? It's just different. It's your quiet partner working for you 24/7, and it never, ever calls you with a problem.
Okay, so if compounding is the engine, what's the fuel? It's time. Time is, without a doubt, the most powerful lever you have. It multiplies your money without you having to lift a finger. Let's look at just how much of a difference a little bit of patience can make, because this is where it gets kind of mind-blowing.
Check this out. Let's say your big goal is $1 million, and you get a pretty standard 8% return. If you only give yourself 20 years, you need to start with almost $250,000. I mean, that's a huge number, right? But look what happens when you just add 10 more years. 10 more years of patience. That starting number plummets all the way down to 100 grand. You've literally cut the price of admission by more than half just by letting time do its thing.
Of course, not all investments grow at the same speed. That's a given. So let's see how different rates of return change that starting number we need. Think of it like you're on a highway with 4 different speed lanes, all heading toward the same destination.
As you'd expect, the faster your lane, the less cash you need up front. If you're cruising in the slow lane at 4%, you need over $280,000 to start. But jump over to that fast lane at 10%, and suddenly that number is down to just $57,000. Every little bump in your annual return makes a massive difference in how much you need to get started.
But hang on, here's the twist. And this is the part almost everyone misses. Chasing that super high 10% return, it's not nearly as important as your own discipline, your own resolve. Because if you panic when the market dips and you sell everything, well, your snowball doesn't just stop rolling, it starts to melt. The single most powerful factor here is just leaving the money alone and letting the machine work.
All right, so we've talked about time, we've talked about growth rates. Now it's time for the main event. Let's answer that central question. What is that magic number? What's the amount where that snowball truly starts rolling all on its own?
The number you hear again and again from people who've been doing this for a long time is $100,000. This is it. This is the line in the sand. This is the moment where the math really truly starts to bend in your favor and the growth starts to become self-sustaining.
So why 100 grand? Well, for one, the growth is finally big enough to see and feel. It gets loud enough to keep you motivated. It's also a goal that feels achievable for most working people. But here's the most important reason. This is often the point where your investment gains in a single year can start to be bigger than what you're even able to save from your paycheck. Just think about that. Your money is now saving more money than you are.
Now, once you get to this amazing stage, there is one giant mistake you have to avoid. Don't let your earnings, your dividends, your gains, just sit there in cash. Remember, every dollar you earn is a new worker you just hired. If you don't reinvest it, you're telling your hardest workers to go sit in the break room and do nothing. You have to put them back to work immediately. Turn on automatic reinvestment.
Okay, so we have our target. We know the number. But, naming the number is the easy part. The real prize is the map to actually get there. So let's shift gears and talk about the action plan, how you can build your own snowball step by step.
And the beautiful thing is, the plan is refreshingly simple. Step 1, automate it. Set up automatic transfers for the day your paycheck hits. Money you never see is money you'll never miss. Step 2, look for ways to boost your income even a little and make a pact with yourself to invest every single extra dollar. And third, go on a treasure hunt for your quiet expenses. Those subscriptions you forgot about, the daily coffees, and reroute all that cash into your compounding engine.
And to make this all feel less intimidating, we've got to bust a couple of myths. First, you do not need to be some Wall Street stock-picking genius. A simple, low-cost index fund that just tracks the market has historically done the trick. And second, and this is a big one, please do not check your account every day. All that does is feed your anxiety and lead to terrible emotional decisions. Just set it and forget it.
I want you to think about this for a second. When you plant a tiny seed, for the longest time, all you see is this fragile little sprout. It looks weak, like a gust of wind could knock it over. You don't see all the hard work happening underground, in the roots. You don't see the invisible ring of growth that's added every single day. But you come back 10 years later, and it's a strong tree. That is your money when you let compounding do its thing.
So remember this, compounding isn't some secret handshake for the super rich. It's not magic, it's just math, and it's powered by your patience. You don't need a trust fund or a fancy degree. You just need to start. So the only real question left is, what seed are you going to plant today?